In today's video, we will be discussing how to make any body wash stretch and still smell good all day long and still feel clean. Gotta thank God for this one. We needed to talk about it, and that's what we're gonna do today. So the thing to note, I do have a video that kind of backs up the type of body washes, so I will be rehashing only that portion to name the 5 different types. I think it's 5 different types of body washes, ways to get yourself clean, so you know that a body wash is not incoherently, it's just not the same as a shower gel. You feel me? Okay, so the key to making any body wash stretch where you can still smell good all day is that, hold on. All right, so the key to making any body wash stretch is to knowing, first things first, you need to know what type of body wash you have. This is not a body wash. I call it that, and I use the term body wash and shower gel interchangeably. But this is shower gel. This is Tree Hut's Pine. As you can see, I put a dent in it. It's about right there. Yeah, foaming gel wash, shower gel, what have you. So the key is knowing what you have, so you know how it works, how it moves, how it maneuvers itself in the bottle. It's a little slow, but then it's also a little running, and it's a little running for its life. Little term I made. Okay, so you have shower gel. They call it foaming gel wash, but shower gel. I don't have body wash to show. Body wash is the second category. Then you have something called showering butters, like Dove pre-cleansed shower butter. Hello, stars of Canadica, and it's Amelia Roblox. Hello, how do you do? If you're watching the video, if you're tuning in, we are discussing how to make any body wash stretch and still smell good all day. So, shower gel, body wash, shower butter, like Dove's pre-cleansed shower butter from their Body Love collection. Then we have, I know I'm thinking of something else. In shower lotion. That counts too. I'm putting that, I'm wrapping it up in here. And I feel like there's one more, I did say there was 5. I will drop that on the community tab, the 5 different types of body washes you need to know about. But we've tackled 4 out of the 5. Probably with that pre-cleansed shower butter, that's probably 6. But that's besides the point. I'm from the United States. So, once you know what type of body wash you have, I want to use this as an example from Tree Hut's Pineapple Foaming Gel Wash. Shower gel. It smells like freshly squeezed pineapple juice. They didn't have to do that to us. How could this be smelling? So, with shower gels, it depends on the formula, but from what I have seen, most shower gels are like just very runny. I just want you to see. Do you see how quickly that's running towards the bottom of the bottle? Yeah, that part. So, making this stretch, it's going to typically be running. You're going to want to choose 1 or 2 things to bathe with. You want to choose shower loofahs, which I warn every single time I'm in the store. I'm making sure to keep my promise. Shower loofahs are those puffy things that come in a variety of colors. However, they house an insane amount of bacteria at an alarming level. They gather quite quickly. So even after you're done bathing, which is why I definitely suggest Use one shower loofah for your undercarriage parts, private parts, okay? And for your equipment, men. And then use a separate one for the rest of your body, because you don't want to mix all that bacteria together. Shower loofah or plush washcloth. Now, I've since switched to plush washcloth or rough one, whichever you want to do. You know, if you want the nucketh, if you bucketh washcloth, then be my guest. Just don't be complaining when all of a sudden there's an itch or you done scrub too hard. You're scrubbing too hard. You're scrubbing it away. Don't do that. Please don't do that. It's too much. My fingers are moving weird. But if you're in any sensitive area, arms, nether region, you're scrubbing too hard, baby. You're scrubbing way too hard to be doing that type of stuff. That's all I'm saying. Shower loofah, washcloth. That goes for all the types of body wash, shower gels, and you're ready to go over on how to make it stretch. So for shower loofah, you're going to get two. One for your private parts, the other one for the rest of your body. With a shower gel, since it's so runny, you want to make sure that you put one squeeze in the shower loofah. You want to make sure you put one squeeze in the washcloth, whichever one you're using. One squeeze per area you're washing. So put one squeeze, about quarter size amount. That's good enough. You're not doing too much and it's not too little. You want to go up underneath the arms, unless you wash underneath your arms with something else. Do that. One squeeze per arm. You're already at two. You're not really making it towards this part of 75% of the bottle. You see what I'm saying? You're making it stretch. Make sure when you're washing, you're getting everything up in there. You're getting up in there and cutting it. And you rinse. You're done. One squeeze for your arm. That's two. Now we're at four. You see how you're making it stretch? For women, two squeezes. Not for the obvious reason, just to make sure you're getting everything here. Belly button, you get your whole, two squeezes for the whole midsection. Men, you can do the same thing. And then one squeeze for the leg. You see where that's going? Two everywhere. 2, 4, midsection, 6, 8, your butt, 10, and your back, 2, 12. Now, is that the whole routine? For shower gel, but we're not done yet. In every area, you want to repeat the same thing as I was saying with one squeeze of body wash. A quarter size amount is just large enough. Unless you want to go a little bit higher. Like, does anybody remember them 50-cent coins? About that big? Like that. They were huge and intimidating. I'm like, I'm scared to spend this. I remember a family member showed me what them 50-cent coins look like. And I'm like, baby, I think I'm going to save this as a collectible. Now, I've not seen a 50-cent coin in a long time. I'm just using that as a comparison for the sizing and the amount that you should use for every area. One squeeze per area. So we have 2 underarm, 2 shoulders and arms, 2 for the midsection, whether you were a man or a woman, 2 for the legs, okay, for your derriere, your butt, your bottom, 2 for the back, because you're washing the whole back with those 2 squeezes. You should be at least still towards the top of the bottle after all that with a shower gel. Now, body wash is a little different. I just thought about that. There is 6 body wash scrubs. That is a body wash type. I'm gonna go over that next. So, like on the thumbnail, you see Caresses shea butter and brown sugar. That is not just a body wash. That is a body wash with body scrub particles throughout it. However, they are so very, very fine until it doesn't feel like it's exfoliating much. You see what I'm saying? I'm speaking from experience because that's one of my favorite. I affectionately call it liquid gold. You feel me? Okay. So with that, you want to follow the same thing, but since if you're using any body washes, I'm still going to use it as an example. Now, the category we're on now is body wash scrubs. what is defined as a body wash scrub? So it is a body wash with body scrub particles throughout it, which may be, you could feel them through there, very thick, very abrasive, or they're very lightly spread throughout, which means they didn't put much within the mixture in order to make it, pack it, and manufacture and put it in the bottle. You see what I'm saying? So Caress has about 2 that I know of body wash scrubs, and they're just very fine scrub particles, so it might do a little something, just a little bit. You see what I'm saying? So you get underneath the arms, one squeeze, slightly larger than a quarter size amount. And since you're exfoliating, you want to make sure you stay there for a couple minutes, not for the lather, but for the exfoliation. This is where, when you're going one arm at a time and you squeeze a little bit larger than a quarter size amount, one in your loofah, one in your washcloth, get that arm, then do it again and get the other arm. You want to make sure you're staying there a while to, one, both exfoliate, and two, if you exfoliate before you shave underneath your arm, that's going to be very great for you, because then you won't have to go in with something that's going to be a bit more abrasive, like tree hut. Like if you don't like something at that level, that I consider that to be the highest level of exfoliation, you want to make sure that you just go with something like Caress. Dove has one called Gentle Exfoliating. It's slightly a little bit more abrasive as a body wash scrub than Caress's brand is. Caress's is fine particles. Dove is not as fine particles. You could kind of feel them a little bit. I tried it one time. I have a review on my channel. So 5 types of body washes and gentle exfoliating. I got homework to put that up right after this live stream goes up on my channel. Bingo. So you want to get up in there, follow that same routine. Shoulders, you want to stay there a while. And since this is a body wash scrub, you want to make sure that you're starting here, but you don't stay in the shoulder section, and you're working all the way down here. And definitely focus on your elbows, your kneecaps, areas that are prone to extreme ashiness. Even if you don't get extremely ashy, baby, it's spring, soon to be rolling into summertime. So you definitely want to make sure that you focus on those areas and put on lotion after. We ain't even talking about the lotion part. It's so that way you don't walk around looking like you've been playing in flour and dust. Where is it about? Oh, you said didn't see you on my feed for a while. I have been uploading. I have been uploading regular videos, and today I said let's live stream. Wasn't really my choice. Thank God for that. I was just a little hesitant. I was like, I don't know. Yeah, flour dust, flour, you cook with flour, and you use flour to dip your chicken in, if fried chicken. I ain't got no business with that. That's good for a treat, but that's besides the point. So, yeah. So, body wash scrubs. If you're just making it in here, we're discussing how to make any body wash stretch and still smell good all day. So we've gone over the categories of body washes. Now we're going through each category of body wash and how to make them stretch. We went over shower gel. This is Tree Hut's Pineapple Foaming Gel Wash. And I'm still using this as an example. We're now talking about body wash scrubs. Caress has 2. Dove, I know, has 1. What's categorized as a body wash scrub is a body wash that has scrub particles throughout it. Dove's is not as fine. It's kind of thick, almost a little coarse, but nothing towards Tree Hut level. So it's just underneath that, a couple degrees underneath. Caress is fine, and I think they did that on purpose, because I think one of their slogans is fine fragrance within a body wash. Like, some of their body washes be lasting a long time. When you get out of the whole if you ever want to smell up a bathroom with whatever you bathed with and tell on yourself, Caress. However, they do keep changing the formula, and I need you to stop doing that. I know you're listening, Caress. Stop it. Don't mess. Don't fix none. None of it is broken. Don't fix it. Just keep releasing new scents. Stop messing with the good stuff, Chris. Don't do that no more. Do not do that anymore. See, I just said it proper, and I just said it in the country way. Okay, with my accent. Anywho, that's besides the point. Like, I've heard so many comments about Daily Silk and how they changed it and messed it up, and I'm like, I didn't like Daily Silk at first. Now that I do, they start messing with it. And so y'all ain't the only one that's sad. Y'all ain't sad alone. Okay, I'm just I'm not really boohoo crying sad. It's just like that. Anywho, if you're using a body wash scrub, then because it's exfoliating, if you're using Caress or Dove, that has the body scrub particles spread throughout, mixed within the body wash. Take your time underneath the arms, one squeeze per area. Same with shoulders. Now with the shoulders, I was just on that. Take it with your shower loofah or washcloth and just work your way in circular motions. Get those elbows and kneecaps prone to ashiness. When you get to your back, okay? I already did a video last year on how to wash your back, how to thoroughly wash your back. So I don't need to rehash that. A lot of products they mess up when they change. Yep, which is why I talk about it all the time. So if you're one of those that's like, why this girl keep talking about it? Check the formulas, check the ingredients. Whether you have sensitive skin or not, you can go from not having sensitive skin underneath the old formula to the new formula, then you have a whole mess, and next thing you know, you're sitting in Doc's office. You're sitting in Doc's office. Should I do a dramatization? I've done that before. Here's Doc. Hi patient, what seems to be the issue today? Is everything fine? Your last visit was excellent. What's happening there? I see a little rash there. Here's you. And no, I'm not changing outfits. This is alive. Here's you. It's my favorite body wash, and Doc, it wasn't making me itch before. And the smell isn't lasting as long, but that doesn't bother me as much as the itching, and I have a bit of a rash. Can you help me out with that? I mean, I'm not sure what happened. The bottle looks a little different. I figured it was the same. Here's Doc. Here's Doc. I'm sorry to hear that, patient. You said the bottle looked different, and oftentimes bottles look different. Companies will change. They call it branding, or anytime they say it's a new look, sometimes they'll put a stamp or put it across the new label that it's a new look. Same formula, new formula. Like, they're telling you it's a new formula means new ingredients. Are you in the habit of reading your labels to your bottles? Any? I'm pretty sure that's the reason behind the sudden reaction that you have behind that rash, which we'll have to write you an immediate prescription for. Here's you. And no, we're not changing outfits. Reading labels. Doc, I don't read no label. The only label I read is to make sure I have the right scent. Oh wow. I'm changing formulas, changing ingredients. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need that immediate prescription you're about to prescribe. So I have to get used to reading labels. I thought you only had to do that with food. Anything I should do to help it clear up in addition to the prescription? Any advice? Because I really like how it smells, but I don't want to go through that reaction anymore. And here's Doc. Here's what I have for you. I'm going to prescribe you the immediate prescription. It's going to be an ointment. I'm not a medical professional. Okay, going back to Doc and my dramatization. But what I am going to do is suggest that as you're taking that prescription, make sure you completely refrain from using this body wash in the meantime. See if you could find the old look, which means it would have the previous formula. If not, I go to mild soap. No scent. This mild, maybe even antibacterial. Not a medical professional. And just get in the practice of maybe window shopping and going back and reading labels of all your favorite stuff and all your non-favorite stuff, and just get used to the looks of the bottles changing, because they do it every couple of years. I'm sorry this happened to you, patient. It'll be okay. And here's you. Okay, I can get used to that. I'm a wee bit disappointed, but I think I may go for the mild soap. Yeah, and stick with my perfume I have. Thanks, Doc. I have to read labels to food and to soap. Have a nice day. I'll be getting this from any one of the drug stores, or you send my prescription digitally. And there we go. Dramatization over. I'm not saying you don't want to have that conversation, but what I'm saying is you don't want to have that conversation underneath those circumstances. And I'm not a medical professional. That just was, I have to thank God for that, because he gave me that off the top of my head to think about doing. So just be careful. Just be careful with that. Yeah, I've seen it where it said same formula, and I smelled it and used it, and I forgot which product this was years ago, and I'm like, yeah, that's not the same. It don't look the same. It's a hair few shades lighter. Anytime it's like it was darker and then it's lighter, or it's not the same hue, and you could tell that it's not because it's been settling and sitting on shelves and it hasn't been picked up and shaken. Like, you could just tell that it's been settling and something. You could tell if you get used to it. This is why I encourage it, because allergic reactions is not fun and it's not a joke. Yeah. Body wash scrubs, one squeeze, a little bit larger than quarter size, one for each side of your body. Two here, midsection. Your back might want to do 4. Other than that, one here, one here. Specifically stay there longer in areas where it's ashing, kneecaps, elbows. Feet, please get in between the toes. Please, I still stand by that. And I made a video about that, a foot care routine, about almost 5 years ago. I still stand by that. I might put that up on the channel too. 5 types of body washes, then gentle exfoliating. You know what? I need to make my notes here, because all this homework I'm giving myself, and I'm just like, look, sis, just why are you giving yourself all this homework Why is you doing this? 5 types. Dove Gentle exfoliating. Then what did I just say? Um I just gave myself some more homework. Um Elbows, kneecaps, ashiness, washing your back. You are welcome, Roger. I wish I had me on YouTube back when I was in high school. And I think YouTube had just been out only 2 years by the time I graduated high school. So I'm kind of giving away my age a little bit. And yeah. I just like to see people win. I wish that what I do now was, you know, the bees and the birds class. You know, I'm just making up a term for what it actually is. I wish they would have taught that on top of the birds and the bees in the class. You see what I'm saying? They should have hygiene classes. And so I'm your teacher now. I'm doing what I wish I had in school. So I said, okay, fine. Can't beat them, join them. Well, not beat them, but you know, can't get the information you want, teach it yourself. In the Netherlands, that makes me so happy. That makes me so happy to hear that, Miss Rotterdam. Like, they need to know hygiene as well, because that goes hand in hand with taking care of your unmentionables, your equipment, your private parts. That go hand in hand. What good is it to teach birds and the bees and you're not teaching to be clean? That's a lot of it. That's a lot of it. Hand in hand. They go together. Taking care of your private parts and you being clean, know how to use the soap, they go together. Yep. I was in home economics in middle school for a little bit. That was fun, learning how to cook. I probably use a lot of those tips till today, and then you know you got to eat, and ain't nobody give you no trouble about it. You just clean up after yourself. I forgot what the third thing was. Foot care. Thank you, God. So I will put all those 3 things up on the community tab in case y'all want to watch it. Just because they're older videos doesn't mean the information is no longer relevant. It's relevant still. Now, the third type of body wash, how to make any body wash stretch, is the running type. Now, does anybody remember, and I'm not going to put this on community tab, I'm going to stop giving myself homework. Speed Stick, Lady Speed Stick. There were 2 body washes that came out about 2021. I reviewed the both of them. I tried the both of them. They was a little runny. Plug this in, or else find myself a live broadcast interrupted. Had to plug that up to the charger. Runny body washes. How to make those stretch. Typically, the formula is watered down. That's not shade towards the makers of a Lady Speed Stick. Let me just put that in. It smells great. I see what y'all were trying to do. But I'm hoping that if you re-release it again or come out with more Lady Speed Stick, I'm going to need y'all to thicken them formulas a little bit and make the scent concentrated. Look, I can't tell you everything. If you want to work with me, my information in the description box below. A little shameless plug, a little bit. I don't always mention it, but it is always there. Yeah. How to make a running body wash stretch. You want to follow the same formula with that, but since it's runny, and I mean runny to the point, and I know probably a lot of y'all have had this issue. The body wash was so runny that when you just one squirt into your shower loofah or your washcloth, it runs itself off. It don't even stick and stay in whatever you're washing with or about to wash with. And it runs off out of your hand into the, I think I spoke about that right in both of the videos, or one of them. And it runs right off into the shower drain. And it's like, that's a waste of product. Like, what did you buy it for it to be running? That's why I made the joke, running for its life. Because it literally ran for its life like, oh, I don't want to be in your shower loofah. Bye. So what you do with those, I realize everybody got all different grades and levels of budgets. That's cool. I've been there before. There now. If you're using a runny body wash, I mean, it's runnier than this tree hut. It's, at least this is some kind of thick. This tree hut pineapple foam gel wash, shower gel. For reference, in case you wonder what it is. The Lady Speed stick, I'm like, this is not shade. I just want y'all to be better. I just want y'all to be better, that's all. Use the same technique, shower loofah, washcloth. One squirt, but since it's runny, if you're using a runny one and you're trying to make it stretch, herb and squeeze it in there and start to work it through your hands, work it through that shower loofah, work it through that washcloth, just like this. Squeeze and immediately. You're going to immediately have that motion going on because you want to get it to lather up so the product stay in there and it don't run off and out of your hand and down the drain and waste itself. Then you want to follow the same formula. Get in there, get it clean. Get it everywhere. Follow the same formula, and then you're back. You stay there kind of a long time and make sure you thoroughly rinse every single area from head to toe. Because if you don't squeeze and then get in there and herb and get the lather and herb and get the suds going, you have a lot of wasted product, and then you're going to be mad. I don't care whether you spent $2 on the bottle, $5 or $15, and it's running. By the way, if you're spending $15 on a running body wash and it's running, I think you're wasting money anyhow. That's my personal opinion of it. Yeah, but that's besides the point. You do what you want with your coins. I'm just telling you how to effectively use this stuff. That's it. That's what you do with running ones. Now we're going over 3 categories: body wash, shower gel. We ain't even going body wash yet. Shower gel, body wash scrubs, and we just went over running body wash. Now we're going over the body wash, them thickums. What is thickums? Thick in terms of body wash: Dove, shea butter and warm vanilla, coconut butter and cocoa butter. There's one like that. The ones that are thick, luscious, deep moisture, that's the most mildest scented body wash. It doesn't really have a fragrance. It's just very mild, perfect for every day. That's thick, luscious, and creamy. You see what I'm saying? We're going to use those 3 as examples since I done tried them all. Now, they probably have changed the formula because the bigger pump ones no longer are shaped like an upside down teardrop anymore. They're kind of slender. I know it's the ounce size change. I'm just saying, this is why I encourage you to watch it, to just look at labels, look at sizes, get used to ounces changing, because it does change. And that could affect your whole life, and you wind up having that dramatization, that type of conversation or similar with your doc. And you don't understand what went on. And then it's like, you need to read the labels. I just need you to read the labels. And what if you haven't been reading the labels? I'm not calling you unintelligent because you don't read the labels. I wanted to say that as well about the dramatization. If you don't read the labels to food, now's the time to start. I'm not saying you're unintelligent. What I'm saying is everyone has had a point where it's like a light bulb came on. It's like, oh, I should have been doing more research. We're human. Now, going forward, once you know better, you need to be doing better. I'm preaching to myself too. So, body wash is thick, luscious, and creamy. Just because they're thick, luscious, and creamy, you don't go and put a whole guapage, which means a large amount. You want to still follow the same principle, the same technique. Washcloth, shower loofah. One squeeze, slightly a little bit larger than quarter size. And you want to still do that. One for each area on each side of your body. You have 2 sides to your body. If you don't, still do twice the amount of work. Because once you rinse, you won't have to go back and do it again. You won't have soap residue. Bam, 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 bam. Legs, feet in between. We got to get in between them toes, okay? Each and every one. Because toe jam is not fun. please get in there. It's going to do you a favor. Because once you smell your feet, it's like, or somebody else wants smelling your feet, you walk past them, they're going to really appreciate that your feet doesn't smell like corn chips. That's not a joke. Okay? I'm not trying to be funny. Like, they're really going to appreciate you. And when it comes to your back, since it's thick, luscious, and creamy, it's probably 9 times out of 10, depending on the formula, probably very, very concentrated. So you just, unless you have a back scratcher, one of them brushes, dry brushes, squeeze it directly into dry brush. This might be the only time where I recommend it. Or the body wash scrub. Squirt it in there, get in there, get in there and cut it. Get in there and get the scrubbing a whole lot. You see what I'm saying? Do that and rinse thoroughly. Since the formula is thicker and creamier, if you're using a thicker and creamier and more moisturizing and more emollient type of whipped cream type of formula for body wash, we're talking about body washes now, how to make them stretch. You want to make sure you thoroughly rinse, because that's the thicker, creamier formulas of body wash tend to stick to your skin and get in every nook and cranny. So if you have a scar or something, or indentation or something, you think you rinse it off regular and you see it still stuck in the crevices, that's the mark of a really good formulated body wash. Thick and creamy. Got some muscle to it a little bit. You see what I'm saying? That's going to come to be very, very beneficial for you, just because that you won't have to use as much. And I'm showing you by these examples, and I'm showing you by telling you rather by going by the types of body wash you use, whether it's thick, thin, got body scrub particles in it, or it's whipped. It's no matter what type it is, I'm showing you that you can stretch any body wash. You can make it stretch. A brush for your, yes, very, very handy. I saw one in the store yesterday, and that made me want to get. I'm like, nah. I tried one, and it wasn't the wooden handle. Maybe that was my mistake. I tried one with a plastic handle, and no matter how much I washed after I used it, it was like black moldy spots, and I tossed it. I'm like, I really liked it, that brush. I should have went for a wooden handle. That is what I would suggest. I don't think I would suggest, based on personal experience, a plastic handle body brush to scrub your whole back with. Either that, or if you have someone in your life you're dating, or if you're married, you can go ahead, call spouse, and hey, can you do this for me with the brush? Otherwise, you're gonna need a really good wooden handle. I would suggest a wooden handle one, really, because man, I was getting up in there, and now I ain't got no more brush. I'm like, I'm gonna either use a washcloth or shower loofah, because I don't know about all this. Plastic handle body brush. Get yourself a solid wooden one, and get yourself now, I will say this, if you like those back brushes, dry brush, whatever, you're going to have to get in the habit of cleaning that as if it's a large toothbrush, but for your body. A large toothbrush, but for your body. You're going to have to thoroughly rinse that. I don't care if scrub was in it. I don't care if Tree Hut scrub was in it. And if you use Tree Hut scrub with it, it's got real sugar in it. You just can't eat it. Real sugar will attract ants. I have gone into the shower back in the past, and I'm like, that's why I used to heavily, whenever I would be trying Tree Hut scrubs or use them, at every chance, I'm encouraging y'all, hey, thoroughly rinse out that shower drain. Because I came in there one morning or one afternoon, I'm like, they're like, hi, here's the sugar that you forgot to rinse out of here. And the ants were marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants were sapping out the sugar, not hurrah. Okay, and I was a little mad, but then I couldn't really be mad at nobody but myself. And I said, well, I got to thoroughly rinse after I get out, after I do my shower routine, after I get dressed. I started rinsing more thoroughly. I had been rinsing, but I didn't rinse thoroughly enough. And after that, I was like, I'm just gonna start doing that. I'm gonna take the extra time. I found that when I took the extra time to do that, I was much better off. I was much better off. That I stopped seeing the ants. I stopped seeing the ants in the shower drain because they couldn't smell no more of that sugar to sap it up. I'm like, I'm so happy. So now, no matter if I stay the night at family house or whatever like that, and I bring a tub of the scrub and this tree hut, well, I thoroughly rinse. I thoroughly rinse everything. Out the shower drain, tub drain, whatever they got. Whether it's a shower and tub duo or just the shower, oh, I'm thoroughly rinsing it out the shower drain. Body wash too. Even though the body wash don't have sugar, and I'm like, I'm just not taking chances. It only took me one time to see them just covered all over the shower floor, and I'm like, what are you doing here, you trespassers? That's a joke. Oh goodness. So we're going over shower gel, thick body wash, scrub, and runny body wash. I know we have one more to go. Here's the last category. Caresses Daily Silk. So we have a body wash that's just, it's not shower gel, but it's right in the middle. The silky body washes. Caress Daily Silk. You want to follow the same formula with this, but since it's kind of silky and kind of thick, it's right in the middle of this. This is the texture I kind of prefer. It's second in place for me. First in place is the thickums, thick, luscious, and creamy. But this is the second category that I kind of like. Caress Daily Silk. Before they changed it, I got to say it like that, because I've not tried a new formula just yet. You want to follow the same formula with that? You see where it's like pearlized. It's a mixture between, it's not thick, but it's not thin and runny. It's right in the middle. It's a good thick texture. It's almost luscious. It's kind of runny, but not much. It's right in the middle. That's the category of body wash I love to use, because then it gives you a chance for it to sit in the shower loofah, squeeze it in there, or in your washcloth if you're using a washcloth. It gives you a perfect opportunity to work it around, play with it a little bit, lather it, one here, one there, and you get everything that you need in there. Those tend to be the pretty good smelling body washes, those pearlescent ones. Dial has one like that, maybe one or two, maybe three or four. Dial, Suave, can't leave Suave out the game. Them too, like the milky ones right in the middle, that Dove Daily Silk, Suave, Milk and Honey, the Dial, Silk and Sea Berry, something. Those I really like, because they tend to be not too runny but not too thick. It's not overpowering, but it's also not running for its life out of your hand and down the drain. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna get a chance. It's gonna hold on. It's gonna hold on. You're gonna get some what do you call it? You're gonna get some suds out of that. They tend to smell really good. You get to wash in there, wash it back with it, put it in the brush. It tends to perform really well in shower loofahs. It tends to perform really well in back brushes. I can only speak about the plastic handle, but you still better thoroughly wash that brush and everything, and like air it out and dry it across a shower rack. Better dry it like you do dishes on the dish rack. I'm not kidding, or else you're gonna have mold. I tried a wooden brush, as a matter of fact, but still, my mistake was not thoroughly washing it. Just the same thing with the mistake I made with the tree hut. Made a real sugar. I just thought, oh, they ain't coming much. It got a fragrance in it. Baby, they showed out like it was somebody grandmama catfish fish fry. And I said, no, y'all got to get out of here. Y'all got to get out of here. Right, right. Oh my goodness. Like, I now understand the thing behind get it on eBay, get it on Macari, look online. They call it vintage because not, especially if they discontinue or they have rebranded it and everybody figure out, okay, the new brand ain't hitting, it don't give what it's supposed to give. They start looking for the previous packaged stuff. I don't department stores is the perfect place to hit, but everybody and their dear mother, and I do use that term respectfully, they done figured out that the department stores is where it's at. So you might want to look online and snatch it up real fast. That's how I was able to um, purchase Caresses shea butter and brown sugar. It used to be known as Evenly Gorgeous. I wound up getting myself a hold of the OG bar of it. Now that once you start going back and keeping the vintage bars of soap and keeping the vintage body washes and all that stuff, you're going to have to know how to store that stuff really, really well, because then it's at more risk if it hits the air and it hits the elements and it hits the cold and it hits the heat, which we're about to quickly approach summer, which is right around the corner. It's because the product, you don't know how long it's been sitting on the shelf. It is your responsibility once it gets in your hand to your doorstep to do the best you can with storing it in a cool, dry place. If the package is coming apart, use Ziploc bags, use very ventilated soap holders. They got them shaped in square and oval, everything. I have found that by storing most body care products, it has saved and extended the life of them. Now, that has not always worked. Like if you, and that applies to vegan products. What is it? Pacifica? They had an island vanilla. I was so disappointed. I opened up that drawer and went in there. I said, I'm gonna try this island vanilla and wear this today. Baby, that thing turned dark, and I think that was less than a year. Vegan products, you have to hurry up and use them. The other products that are not vegan, you have more of a chance to make that stretch. If there's any way that I ever find to make the vegan body care product stretch, I will let you know, and I will be on here on live or edited video letting you know. Cause I've not found it out. That was one of my favorite veganized scents. Pacifica Island Vanilla. Love it. Love it. Just couldn't see. I had a body cream. The body cream lasted longer, which was also plant-based and veganized. It lasted longer than the fragrance mist. I think I was more better off getting a perfume oils, and I do think they make perfect perfume oils. Yeah, exactly. Like the products aren't the same anymore. They aren't. I mean, they're not the same anymore. I'm like, oh, new look. I've already conditioned my mind to be like, anytime I see new look or they don't say new look, look, I'm gonna give y'all a hint. Caress just reformulate, just changed their look again, allegedly. I was in a particular store which shall not be named yesterday, and y'all won't find out until I make a separate video about it. Y'all gonna see what I mean about how often they change how it looks. I got it side by side. They have changed it. They have changed the look again. So what do you think that allegedly means has also changed? I almost want to cry, but then I almost want to be like punch the air, and just did. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, what in the name? What in the name of Mufasa's shampoo and conditioner is going on here? Hey, can you slow down? When I'm, come on, come on now, come on. I just don't understand. Now, I'm pretty sure I haven't listed all the body wash types that you can make stretch. But as a review, if you're just joining, we have covered the following. We have covered shower gels. This is Tree Hut Pineapple Shower Gel Foam and Gel Wash. We have covered how to make shower gels stretch. Bath and Body Works has shower gels, so the same tips apply as a do Tree Hut or any other shower gel. I have discussed how to make body wash scrubs stretch. What is a body wash scrub? A body wash scrub is a body wash with scrub particles throughout it. I have discussed how to make running body washes that be running for its life, how to make those stretch. I have discussed how to make the medium textured Caress Daily Silk, Suave, Silk and Sea Berry, Suave's Milk and Honey, those creamier, more pearlized body washes, how to make those stretch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've discussed how to make thickums, thick body washes, stretch as well. So if you'd like to see more videos like this in which I am going over how to make anything stretch as far as body washes, and I may come, I don't know, we'll see. Then I'll link you to a playlist as soon as this allows me to, and I got homework to work on where I will post on my community tab as soon as this live stream is done as to the related videos, as to the type of body washes and everything else I have said. And until next time, I appreciate each and every one of you for spending your dear time with me. It does not go unnoticed, and I never will take it for granted. I don't take it granted for it now. And until next time, go right ahead because the older videos are still relevant. They're still relevant. Love ya!